All right, what's up, guys? It's Coach Dave here with Condemned Labs. Today we're going to talk about digestion, how to improve digestion, some of the mistakes people make, and the importance of proper digestion in absorbing some nutrients. All right. So there's 6 basic steps to digestion. There's obviously ingestion, chemical breakdown, mechanical breakdown, absorption, propulsion, and excretion. All right. So the first step obviously is ingestion. It's putting food into your mouth, taking small bites, chewing them thoroughly. Propulsion is the act of swallowing, getting food from your mouth through your esophagus into your stomach for chemical digestion. Chewing your food, obviously, mechanical digestion. That's when your body breaks down the food, makes it softer, increases surface area. So when it does enter the stomach for more chemical digestion, it's not whole chunks that your body has to break down. That's where you get a lot of acid reflux, a lot of indigestion. Once the food's in your stomach, gastric acid, bile secreted, further breaks down the food. Again, propulsion pushes it into the small intestines for absorption. That's where the majority of absorption is done. Monosaccharides, free-form amino acids, fatty acids, vitamins, minerals, water. Once the food's done being absorbed in the small intestine, it moves into the large intestine for excretion. All these steps are super important, obviously, for digestion and making sure that you're absorbing the food that you're eating, not just running through your digestive system and excreting it whole. The biggest mistake I see a lot of people making, and I used to be guilty of this when I was a young bodybuilder, is eating too fast. You want to get all that food in because you're already thinking about your next meal. You have a million things to do, and obviously when you're a bodybuilder, eating is time consuming. You're eating 6, 7, 8 times a day. It takes up a large portion of your day. So what do? You inhale those meals too fast. Chewing your food is the most important step in digestion, in my opinion, because it's mechanical and chemical digestion. The mechanical digestion takes place while you're chewing, and as saliva is secreted, chemical digestion starts to take place. So that's the first place in your mouth where food is broken down. It becomes softer, you increase surface area, it starts to rip apart some of those tough proteins, especially when you eat a lot of meat, or beef, chicken, turkey. And then it goes into your stomach for more chemical digestion. If your food is too whole when it hits your stomach, more gastric acid, more bile will be secreted. Your stomach will have to work harder churning that food around in order to break it down properly enough to get it into the small intestine to absorb those nutrients. I mean, some of the big foods that I get a lot of complaints about are, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. Everyone knows how they make you bloated and gassy because they give off a lot of nitrogen. Your body has a hard time breaking down some of the fiber. Even red meat, if it's undercooked, everyone likes their steaks a little on the rare side, and I know I do. So your body has to go through an extra step inside the stomach of breaking all that down. And a lot of times if it's not broken down properly, I'll hear my clients complain of the minute I eat, my stomach feels bloated, or I feel like I have a lot of gas, or my stomach gets distended. That's a lot of gas releasing from the foods or fermentation from the small intestines because the food hasn't been broken down properly when you chew it. And then obviously the next big complaint I get from people is a lot of acid reflux and indigestion. That's again, when whole pieces of food enter the stomach has to churn a lot harder, more gastric acid is secreted, more bile is secreted. It wants to emulsify all those fats, protein, and carbs to get them very easily absorbed in the intestine, so the stomach has to work overtime if you're not chewing the food properly. When someone's having digestive issues, I like to, like I said, address the chewing aspect of the food first, make sure they're taking small bites and they're chewing them thoroughly. But things that can help with digestion are obviously digestive aids, things that help break down carbohydrates like humuslin, has a lot of digestive enzymes in here to help metabolize carbs. Simple things like bromelain, which is found in pineapple, or you can get a supplement involving that helps break down proteins, make them a little bit easier to digest inside the stomach. Some people actually take hydrochloric acid supplement, which will help, again, break down fats, protein, carbs inside the stomach so your stomach doesn't have to churn out so much acid. Those would be my top ones. I mean, obviously a lot of drinking water plays a big role in digestion, making sure that food passes through your esophagus down into your stomach, into your intestines smoothly. But that would be my top digestive aids. Obviously, the last portion of digestion is excretion. That's making sure that all the waste products that your body doesn't need or doesn't absorb is moved out of the system, okay? And that's a big problem I find, especially in some of my female clients. They don't go to the bathroom regularly. And in that case, some of the toxins, some of the byproducts, or some of the food you eat can be reabsorbed if it's not excreted properly. So I'm a big advocate of fiber. Again, and plenty of water, helping move anything that needs to be flushed out of the system out through the large intestine and the colon, and not anything reabsorbed into the system that could cause any kind of toxicity to the body. Hope this helped anyone with any kind of digestive issues. I'm Dave with Condemn Labs as always. If anyone has any issues or questions, you could DM me or you could DM the website. Like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, and I'll tune in and see you guys in the next video.